Alright guys, welcome back. So in this video we are actually going to create our cart page so we can see the products that we add to the cart. So for example, if I add in here like 2 of these t-shirts, not only we update in here on the top the number of items that we have on the cart, but we should also be able to see the page cart, which doesn't exist at the moment, but we will create it and see the products in there. Okay, the first thing that I actually want to do is just install the React router DOM. So if I go in here to my Visual Studio Code, let me just break my server because it's still running by pressing Ctrl C. Okay, if you press Ctrl C, it will break your server so you can write something on the terminal. So I'm gonna do npm I, which is short for install React router DOM. So react-router-DOM. Okay, so let's install this. Should take just a couple of seconds, and once this is done we can just go back and finish the rest. Alright, so now this is installed. Let's just go in here on the top of our app.js. I'm gonna import a couple of things. So I'm gonna import browser router, I'm gonna import route, and I'm gonna import switch, okay, from React router DOM. So this will allow us to create multiple pages on our React application, which we don't have at the moment. So now I just have to wrap everything around this browser router, so it allows us to use the browser router. So let me just see, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna put browser router. Okay, I'm gonna wrap all my components around it, so just like this. Now I want these ones, the navbar and the component, to be on a route, and let me just explain. So I'm gonna do route, and I'm gonna say is it a path? Okay, route path. So whenever I go in here, so the navbar is gonna stay out. Yeah, I'm gonna put route path, and when we go to the /, which is like the home page, I want to render the component. Okay, component home. Okay, so whenever I go on the / on the browser, just like the home page, I should see the component home. Okay, so I can get rid of this one, and now the navbar, I want it to stay out, so I'm just gonna put it in here. Now I'm gonna create another route, which is gonna be for the cart. Okay, whenever I go to / cart, I want to render a component called cart, which does not exist at the moment, but we will create it now. So I'm gonna do in here on the top, import cart from /components, and cart.js is gonna be the file, which does not exist at the moment. Let's create it. So inside of components, I'm gonna right click, new file, cart.js. Okay, and now I'm gonna do a remember when I said that you guys could install this kind of extension, ES7. Okay, this ES7 React Redux. So if you install this extension, it will allow you to just create some kind of components easily. So RFCE, React Functional Export Component. Let me just see, what do I have in here on my cart? So at the moment in here on this cart, I'm just gonna put something in here saying this is the cart page. Okay, so let's do a npm start just to make sure that this is working at the moment. It's not working, of course. It's not working, of course, but we can see it in here on the top, maybe. Let's see, this is just opening, taking a few seconds. Okay, now I'm going to, this is the /, if you guys see in here on the top, localhost 3000 is like your home page. But if I go to / about, okay, okay, this is not working. Yeah, this is like I was expecting. On your root path component, because this / in here is the same like this / down here, is going to render all the time, just like this one. You don't want. You want to have this exact. Okay, and you also want to wrap everything around the switch. Okay, so we only render one component at the time. Okay, so that's what the switch is doing, just rendering one component. So switch is not defined. It's not like this. Switch. Ah, okay, I did wrong. Okay, let me just. Now it should be fine. Okay, let's render this. And what's the problem? So component card. Where is my component card? Okay, I got save. Let me save this. Let me refresh the page. Ah, obviously, I'm saying about. It's not about. It should be card. Okay, card. You see, this is the card page. Now, since we have this, we can actually put some things in here. So I'm going to put, first of all, I'm going to start adding the things in here to the page. So whenever I go, let me go back to the home page. Oh, this is not working. Let's just fix this quickly. Let's go to our navbar. Okay. And in here, when we have these hrefs and stuff, we don't want to use this. Let's just import link, okay, from, okay, react router DOM. Now we can actually just grab this link, and instead of using this ahref, you can use the link. Okay, so wherever you have a, like for the anchor element, you just put link. Okay, link. You got link in here as well, and that's it. And now instead of having this href, we're gonna have two. Okay, the home is gonna be / this about. We're not gonna even like have anything for this in this project, but I'm just gonna put in here about anyway. And finally, this one, the one for the card is gonna be / card. Okay, let's just test this if this is working. Look, home page, and if I click in here, why is this not working? So got href is not href, is 2, and the same in here, 2. Okay, this is how the link works. Let's try again. Home card. This is the card page. This is working. Perfect. Now, in here on the home page, whenever I click in one of these elements, okay, for example, this one, at the moment we are only updating this stuff in here on the top. We want to be able to send this product to the actual state, so we can grab it in here. So let me just see in my home. Where do I have my home? The first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a function. So let me see my function. Okay, let's go in here to my actions, where I have in here my actions of add action. I want to pass in here something that is going to be my product name. Okay, I got my product name. And I also want to pass, when I dispatch this information from this action into my reducer, I also want to pass this information. And I'm going to pass it using something called payload. You could call it whatever you want, but usually people call it payload. And now I want to pass in here what? The product name. So how do I do this? I'm just going to put in here console.log adding to basket, and I'm going to put in here product, okay, space, I'm going to put a comma, and I'm going to put the product name. So whenever I'm clicking on a product, I need to know what product it is. So let me go back to my home.js. Okay, so on my home.js, where is it? In here. Instead of actually going in here and doing this props.add_to_basket, I can do this. Look, I can do this function, this arrow function. And now I'm going to say props.add_to_basket. this first product that I'm clicking on, I want to add this text, gray t-shirt. So gray t-shirt. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same in here for this one, for the black t-shirt. So black t-shirt. I'm gonna do the same for the gray hoodie. Okay. So gray hoodie. And finally in here, I'm gonna do black hoodie. Okay. Let's just test this out to see if it's working. Okay. Now I'm going to the browser. I'm going in here. Let me open my console, clear all this stuff in here. If I click in here, look, adding to basket. This is my action that I just showed you before. Look, my add to action. This is running, this console.log. Then we are logging the product name. Where is the product name coming from? If you guys remember, look, I'm passing it in down of this function. Okay, so look, I'm gonna click on the black t-shirt, adding to basket, product, black t-shirt. Perfect. It's gonna be the same for all of them. Look, black hoodie, adding to basket, product, black hoodie. So I know which one I'm clicking. Now, I want to actually update my initial state that I have. And if you guys remember, is on basket reducers. We just have at the moment in our initial state a basket numbers. It means that we have initially on the page like 0 on our basket numbers. I want to have something in here. Let me just see. Where is my basket reducer? I want to have a cart cost. Okay, so initially my cart cost is going to be 0 as well. So also I want to have in here my products. I want to know what kind of products do I have. So I'm going to put in here this, and I'm just going to copy these details about my products, which I'm just going to paste in here, and I'm going to let you guys copy. So what kind of products do I have? Remember guys, let me just undo. I have products as an object, and now I'm going to pass these inside as a key and then values. For my gray t-shirt, I have the name, I have the price, I got numbers in cart. So numbers in here is going to be how many of them are going to be on the actual basket. Okay, in cart it means, is this product actually right now in the cart or not? So I can, if I know if he's already there, I can increase these numbers that are in the cart. It's going to be the same for the gray hoodie, black t-shirt, and black hoodie. So you guys can just pause these. I'm just going to give you one more time. Look, so you guys can just like pause these and just copy it. It's just a bit of code. Look, gray t-shirt and black t-shirt and black hoodie. Okay, now that I'm actually passing this kind of information, if you guys remember with the product name. So on my reducer, what I want to do is, let me just go and check in here. I want to check my quantities first of all. So let me go down here. When I do my add to product basket, if you guys remember, look, when we do our action, okay, we are passing this kind of type of add product to basket. So in our basket reducer, we want to check this case, okay, of add product to basket. So what we want to do, first of all, I'm just going to do in here a let add quantity. So for example, like this. And I'm going to put this equals to an object. And what's this object is going to be? It's going to be a dot state. So I'm copying, you see, this is my initial state, guys. Okay, all of this stuff. I'm going to copy the state. I'm going to actually go into the products. This one, you see. So dot state products. And then I'm going to pass in here. To target, I'm using the square brackets, and I'm going to put the action dot payload. Okay, if you guys remember, what's going to be the action dot payload? Look, if I click in here, I'm passing this name in here, black hoodie. Okay, look, what is my action? I'm passing the action payload is going to be the product name that I'm clicking on. So basically, when I'm doing in here this action.payload, I'm actually grabbing my state, products, and then the name of whatever you are clicking on. So if I click on gray t-shirt, it means that I'm accessing this. So products, and then under brackets is going to be this name. So it means that I have access to all this stuff. I can access the name, I can access the price, numbers, and in cart. Okay, so once I do that, I can just do, look, down here, I can do a console.log of add quantity. Okay, let's check this. Refresh the page, get rid of this stuff. If I'm going to click in here, look, what is my basket reducer? As you see, look, name, gray t-shirt, price, numbers, and in cart. I got access to all of this stuff that is in here on the state, this one. Okay, that's what we did. Now, what I want to do is this add quantity variable that I just created is like a copy of the state. Look, because I use the spread operator. This is what these three dots means. We are copying into a new object, basically. So we are copying and store it in this variable, add quantity. I'm going to do add quantity dot, and now I'm going to do numbers. Okay, so I'm going to have access to this thing in here, but it's going to be inside of this variable. Like I said, this is like a copy. So add quantity dot numbers is going to be plus equals. It means that it's going to grab whatever was there from before, and now I want to add 1. Okay, I got this. Then I also want to do add quantity dot in cart. So I'm going to do add quantity dot in cart is going to be equals to true because I add this product to the cart now. And finally, I'm just going to do another console.log. Okay, let me just remove this one in here on top. Okay, I'm just going to do a console.log of this so I know if I actually increase the quantity or not and if it's in cart. Okay, let's go in here. Let me clear the console. I'm going to click on this gray t-shirt, for example. Look, basket reducer. So now I know that, look, numbers is 1 and in cart is going to be true. Let me click again and see. We still have some errors that we need to sort now, but don't worry about this. We're gonna fix it now. Right, so we go in here. We updated all this stuff. Now, what do I want to do in here in my return? In my return, first of all, I want to grab all my old state, all this stuff. Okay, so this is going to be like a copy again. I want to grab it, then I want to update the basket numbers. The basket numbers we already have in here. Look, this is what we did in the last video. So basket numbers is already updated. Now I want to update the cart cost, which you guys remember initially is 0. Okay, so I want to update the cart cost to be state.cart cost. It means that it was whatever was there before. Initially is 0, like I just showed you. And then I want to add in this cart cost what? My state dot products, and then I'm going to put these square brackets to grab whatever product we clicked on, just like I explained up here. Okay. In this case, it means if we click on the first product, we have access to this, and then we have access to all these values. And what I want to do is, where is it? I want to grab the price. So the cart cost is going to be updated to whatever was there from before, and then I'm going to add the price of this current product that I'm clicking on. Right, next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to update my products, these ones that we have up here. Okay, I'm going to update with what? So product is an object, like we said from before. So let's grab whatever was there from before, state.products, and now we are going to overwrite the part of this product that we are actually clicking on. Okay, I'm putting these in square brackets, guys, because you can't use these. Look, this is the action.payload. Imagine that if you click on the first product, it's going to give you this in a text. You can't do this in here, okay? You don't have a way to do it like dynamically. So if I do action.payload, this is going to be equals to this, okay? So I got this action.payload, and now what I want to do is just updating, for example, the add quantity. You remember this object that we created up here, and we even did the console.log, okay? So we want to pass this stuff in here. This is my updated object. Because if you guys remember, we updated the numbers and we updated the in cart. So this is what should go in here now on my products. Okay, now once we have all of this stuff, we can actually, we are updating the state basically. We can actually now pass the state into our cart page. So that's what we're going to do now. We are going into our cart page. We need to connect this with the Redux and with the state. So let me just show you in here how we connect it again. So first of all, I'm just going to grab my connect. Okay, I'm going to go in here, connect. Okay, then I also need to pass my, where is it? I'm going to copy this. I want to paste it in here. So we need to grab a function called getNumbers as well. What was this? Let me just see. I got my actions, add to basket, getNumbers. All right. We don't need actually to get these. Don't think so. Let me just get rid of this. So I think I just need this for now, my map state to props. And we need to create this map state to props like we did from before. Let me just go in here into my cart. Where is my cart? I'm just going to do a const map state to props, and we want to grab the state. Okay, and in here I'm going to call it, for example, basket props is going to be equals to my state dot basket state. So basket state. Where is this basket state coming from? If you guys remember in our reducer, look, this is how we are exporting all this stuff from here. In our index.js combined reducers, we are exporting this value as basket states. And where is these values coming from? From our reducer. Look, import on the top, basket reducer, which means this file up here. Okay, we got this. Basket props is not defined, so we got this. Where is it? On cart.js 13, which is this, which is fine. This needs in here some parentheses. So we got these. What else? What else do we miss now? We got map state to props. We have as well up here from our props. Instead of just putting like these props, I can just grab whatever I want from that, which is instead of doing like props dot basket props, that's what we have down here. I can just do like this, the destructuring. Okay, basket props. So what am I missing down here? This is not an equal. This is just like a comma because this is a key value pair. Right, okay, if this is all good, now I can actually just go in here and before my return, I can just do a console.log of my basket props. Okay, let's test this out and see. Clear this stuff. I'm going to add this t-shirt. I'm going into my cart and look, now when I go to my cart, I should see this cart.js and look what I got in here. If I open this, I got basket numbers 1. I got the cart cost 12. Okay, because I added just one t-shirt and I got what products in there. Look, I got in here the gray t-shirt with the name, I got price, I got numbers, and in cart, true. This is the first one. And the other ones, look, nothing, number 0, and so on. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can even see because I have like my picture in here, so I'm just going to show you. Look, basket numbers 1 because we added one thing, our cart cost, and so on. Right, now that this is done, we can actually start looping through this stuff and add the products in here. So let me just go in here, and I'm gonna do, first of all, just create an object up here. So if I go just before my return, I'm gonna start a new variable called like products in cart. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in my object dot keys. Okay, so I can grab all the keys of this object. So what's gonna be the object is gonna be basket props dot products. Okay, if you guys remember, that's exactly what I did now. Look, when I go in here and I add something to the cart, I go in here, look, I should, let me just see if you guys can see, look, products. I'm doing a loop with my object.keys, basket, what was it? Basket props products. So I'm looping through all these keys because inside of these keys, then I can loop through all these objects. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna do a for each, and now I'm gonna do a function. I'm just in here. I wanna grab the item. Okay, I'm gonna grab the item, and now I'm just gonna do a console.log of the item. So you guys can see basically what's going on. Right, so let's go into home. Let me just put this in here so you guys can see well. Maybe I can decrease this a bit so you guys can see. Right, let's click in here on the black t-shirt. For example, this one that is 10. Okay, I'm gonna click on it, going into my cart, and look, now I can see that I'm grabbing the keys of it. Look, from the products, gray t-shirt, gray hoodie, and so on. Now, what do I want to do with it? I want to grab the stuff inside. For example, console.log of basket product. So let me just do in here, basket props dot products. And then I'm going to use the name that I just grabbed in here so I can access the stuff inside of it. And then I'm going to do dot in cart. Dot in cart. Okay, so I need to know if that is true or not. Okay. What was it? Basket reducer in cart is going to be true or false. Right, let's go back in here. Look, I'm going to add this black t-shirt. I'm going to click on it, go into the cart, and look, I can see that the gray t-shirt is not in cart. The gray hoodie is not in cart. The black t-shirt is true. It means it's in cart, and my black hoodie is not. So only the black t-shirt at the moment is in cart. So we got this. Now, what I want to do is on my cart.js, just after this stuff, I'm going to do an if statement. If my product is in cart, okay, so basket.products.item.in cart. What I want to do is I'm going to do products in cart, this variable that I have up here is an empty array at the moment, so I just want to do a dot push. And what do I want to pass? Basket props dot products dot item. And I think that's it. I'm going to add everything that I want inside of it. And after I do this, I can just do in here a console.log of my products in cart. Okay, Look, so just you guys can see all the steps that I'm doing. Homepage, I'm going to click, for example, on the black t-shirt, going to my cart, and if you guys can see in here, look, this is what's inside of my cart, this variable called products in cart. Look, there is one item in there with the name of black t-shirt, with a price, it's one number, and then it's in cart true. Okay, we got all of these. Now, what I want to do is actually start adding these products in here into the page. So I'm going to create in here products. Okay, I'm going to overwrite this value. Doing what? My products in cart dot map, because this is an array, I can loop through all this stuff and do something with it. And in here, I'm just going to grab the product itself, and I'm also grabbing the index. Okay, so we have access to this index when we do the dot map. And this one in here, we're going to loop through each one of the elements of the array. That's what we do with the dot map function. Okay, so what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to return. Okay, so I need to do this because I'm going to do multiple lines. Now, I want to have in here a fragment, because in React, when we have some kind of JSX, like some kind of HTML, you need to have one element wrapping around everything. I could use a simple div if I want to, but I prefer to use this fragment, which is like a fake placeholder. When you use this fragment, you also need to import it in here on the top. So I'm going to do fragment up here. Now, this is done. Okay, I'm just going to copy some of this stuff that I have in here. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it in here. Okay, let me see if I don't forget anything. So right now, I'm just creating a div with a class name product. I'm going to have to put some kind of CSS. I have in here some of these elements so I can see my, you know, this kind of arrows left and right. Then I'm going to put the image that I want. I need to actually import the images, but I'm going to have the product name, which I can grab it from here. Product name. I can have in here the product price. And then I have the quantity, look, the product numbers, and so on, and even the total price. Okay, so let's just see if we can, we have the images. Let's just import the images first of all. So I'm gonna import the images like this. Let me just see, where do I have this thing? So I want to grab all these images. So I'm gonna go in here on the top, importing gray t-shirt, gray hoodie, black t-shirt, black hoodie. From images, gray t-shirt, gray hoodie, black t-shirt. We don't have these at the moment. Look, I need to actually create, oh, it's in here. I even forgot about it. So whenever you want to use some images in React, you need to import them first of all. So they are all in here on the side. I think we used them on some previous video. So now that I have all of these images, I'm going to create, okay, I'm going to create in here a const product images is going to be equals to one array. And in this array, I'm going to pass my gray t-shirt. I'm going to pass my gray hoodie. Okay, I'm going to pass my black t-shirt. And I'm going to pass my black hoodie. Now, look at this stuff that I have in here. Okay, I have in here that I'm creating this div first of all. This is just like an arrow, like I said, from these iron icons that we installed before. Then I have an image that the first time that I run the loop, I'm grabbing the first product that I have on my cart. If you guys remember, it's inside of this variable that I just showed you before. So I can actually see that because this is the first loop, I know that the index is going to be 0. So for this image is going to be my product images, this in here. and I'm gonna grab the first value. What's the first value? Gray t-shirt. Where is this gray t-shirt coming from? Up here. This value for the source of the image. So I can actually just load this image with that. And of course the same thing in here. Look, when we are looping through the product, I can grab the product.name, I can grab the product.price. If you guys don't know exactly what this is doing, look, before your return, you can just do this. Look, console.log. And I'm gonna say my product is, okay, and now I'm gonna put another console.log with the actual product, so you guys can really see how you can access the things inside. Look, I'm just gonna put in here product. Okay, let's test this out. Let's go to the home page. I'm gonna have this gray hoodie, for example. Oops, let me just clear everything. Let me refresh the page, clear everything. Click on this add to gray hoodie. Now, if I go to my cart, look, my product is, okay, I have access to this name, I have access to this price, to these numbers, and in cart. That's exactly what we are doing in here, guys. Look, grabbing the product price, grabbing the product numbers, and all this stuff. So I should actually see it in here on the page when we actually start styling it. So we got all of these things. I'm not sure why is this not actually showing on the page. I think I'm just missing something. Of course, look, because this is our variable. We inside of our actual return on the page, we are still not putting anything. So if I go in here, I want to pass, let me just copy these things that I have in here. First of all, I want to pass in here a div with a class name of product containers. This is just going to be a div like to center everything on the page. Then I'm going to have this div in here, okay, which this at the moment is just going to be the headers. So for example, it's going to be the product, the price, the quantity, and the total price. Let me just see, look, can you see it in here on the page? If I do some zoom, can you see this stuff? This is what we are doing now. After it, I want to have in here my actual products, okay? So I'm going to put in here a div with a class name of products, and I'm passing in the products in cart that we just got up here with all this stuff that we are doing. And finally, I just want to put in here the total cost that is coming from our state as well. If you guys remember, we can grab from the basket props our cart cost, which is going to be the total, how many products you have in there. So let me just go in here and just restart my zoom in here on the page. Of course, nothing in here is still styled. We need to add some styles. So I'm just going to copy some of the styles that I have in here on the side, because this video is just about like React and Redux. So you don't really want to be, you know, just like targeting, spending too much time with CSS. So let me just go in here. I have some CSS, which I'm going to copy, and I'm going to leave you guys a little bit of time, of course. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to my app.css. There's just one thing in here that I need to put before, so I don't forget, which is I want to target this container. This is from before, guys, okay? On this line 70 that we have this container, I want to put a comma, and I also want to target my container dash products. Okay, now that this is done, down here, I'm going to paste all of this stuff, and let me just scroll up. Okay, so it starts in here. I'm going to scroll down just like slowly, so I give you some time for you guys. You can always pause the video, like I said. So you got the container products. We got the container products ion icon. This is going to be for our icons. This one in here now is going to be for our product header. We got in here something for our product title. Then we got something for our prices as well. This is going to be quantities, total. We got product. This is just some styles, okay? Product icon, products image, basket total container, basket total title, and basket total. And then finally, we just have some media queries, okay? Got these media queries that they start in here. Like I said, just pause the video a bit if you need to copy. Don't let me just like go on and talk. And then it just finishes in here. There's like nothing else. So if all of this is fine, and if I'm not wrong, we should actually see something in here on the page. So I'm just going to add, for example, my black hoodie, for example. I'm going to click, I'm going to go in here, and look, at the moment, I'm getting this black hoodie. Oh, but the image is not correct. Let me just see what's wrong. So if I go to my cart.js, and I go in here, image, so I got gray t-shirt, gray hoodie, black hoodie, gray t-shirt, gray hoodie, and this. So product image index, so it's going to be 0. Oh, of course, because now this one is just going to be one of them. You just need to update it with whatever one is in here. So you need to update it, for example, if it's with the index of 1 or 2 or whatever. But that should be fine. We can even fix it on the next video so this one doesn't get too long. But that's it. Now, I think there is also just missing something in here, which is this kind of icons. I think it's because, if you guys remember, we were using the ion icons. So I'm going to put in here ion icons, okay? And now the usage, if you guys remember, there was like 2 things that we could import. Now we just use this one in here. So if I go into my public index.html, let me just update this one. Okay, and this one on the top, if you guys remember, this one, I don't think we use it anymore. And now my arrows, they are also different. So I'm going to go in here and say arrow. I'm going to click in this one. This one is going to be with a name. I'm just going to copy the name of it. Okay, and I'm going into my cart. This is going to be, I'm just going to paste it in here with the name, ion icon with the name of arrow black circle. So let me just update this name. Okay, and I'm going to do the same for this other one, for the right one. Copy this. Where is my right arrow now? Oh, I think I shouldn't be doing this on this one. I should be doing in here on this one. Okay, let me just update it in here. Name. And I can just update it in here. Okay, so I guess this one is fine. I think this is fine. Yeah, I don't need to do anything else. Now it should just work straight away. So if I add something in here and I go, there it is. I still have one in here on the top, which should be fine. Okay, let's add this or this one. Let's go in here and look. We got this stuff. We got this. We got also the price. Make sure that also your price that you have on your basket reducer. Look, I have in here 12 for my gray t-shirt. So on my home, I'm going to put in here the price of these to be 12, just to make it consistent. My gray hoodie is 35. So what is my gray hoodie? It's going to be 35. My basket reducer, my black t-shirt is 14. So black t-shirt, which is this one, is going to be 14. And finally, my black hoodie is going to be 35 as well. So black hoodie 35. And I think that's it for now, guys. Okay, so I'm going to click in here, add it to the cart. I got in here my things. And in the next video, we are just going to learn how to like remove all the products from the basket, and also how you can just like, manage the quantities of the products in there. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.